Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Just Des TV. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and let's get it started. So I'm gonna do a quick video. Girl, forgive me because I'm sitting here soaking off my nails. Child, I'm soaking off my nails because I'm gonna do my new set, and I haven't had time this weekend. Forgive me, I know I look crazy. I got my hoodie on. Child, I'm tired. I was hanging out all day yesterday, going to a couple of places. I went to a chocolate and art exhibit yesterday. It was alright. I hung out with my homegirl, and then I went to the Pew Pew range with my brother. So I was really active yesterday, and now I'm tired today, like extremely tired today. So forgive me, but I still said I had to come to y'all and do this video about Bold and Bougie episode 6. Now, don't get me wrong. I already know that Bold and Bougie is going to be canceled, but I am trying to start. I'm just trying to do some stuff to hold me over until we start either Baddies Caribbean or something else. But also, I wanted to say I did start a Patreon channel, and if you can find me at Jess_Des_TV, same as my YouTube channel. Go over there and check me out. I didn't put it up a membership yet, but go over there and check me out, because I think over there I'm gonna do Love and Marriage Huntsville over there on my Patreon page. I might do some other Zoo shows and Now That's TV shows over on my Patreon page. So don't forget to check me out over there. Jess_Des_TV over on Patreon. I think a membership is probably going to be like $4.99 a month. It all depends. I'm not 100% sure. But don't forget to go check me out over there, because I will be doing some other shows over there. And let's get back to Bold and Bougie. So the show starts off with Malaysia talking to Goche about her child support case and her issues and stuff. They're almost closing. They were able to serve the baby daddy with the documents. So they're coming, like she's going to meet her lawyer. I think she said she was going to meet her lawyer, but things are starting to come to a close. So they discussed that. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I kind of had a brain freeze. So they discussed that, and Malaysia pretty much says that she's trying to like wipe her assets with the situation, so she can move on with her life and start her new life with her new boo that we introduced last episode. Yeah, so she went to her attorney to figure out. She went to go speak to her attorney to figure out the next steps, what they're gonna do from here. But the attorney pretty much told her the same thing that I think everybody should already know. It's either he's going to contest it or he's not going to contest it, blah, 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 blah. But I think if you've ever been in a child support situation, you know that is what happens. So I don't understand. Well, to me, I felt like the conversation with the attorney was pretty much redundant. I'll say that. Yeah, so then we see Tamika talking to Goche at the meetup for the divorce trip. They had a little divorce trip tour, whatever the case may be is, and we see Tamika and Goche kind of like talking. And again, I still got the vibes that they don't like each other. They just tolerate one another. And it is what it is. So this part of the divorce tour was Goche's part. I can't remember. It was Goche's part of the tour. And so what happens is the girls are gonna meet up, and they're gonna kind of let go and pop a balloon, or let the balloon fly in the air about what things they want to let go of. So Princess says she wants to let go of shame. Tamika says she's claiming abundance because she has issues with accepting that or whatever. Goche says she wants to let go of family drama. Malaysia says she wants to let go of fear because of things that's happening in her life. And Crystal says she wants to let go of pain. Pain. And I think those are great things, because I think those kind of relate to what a lot of us experience. A lot of us experience shame, no matter what shape or form it comes in, no matter what age you are. not so much Tamika claiming abundance. I think we all at some point, we aspire to achieving abundance in our lives. So I'm not really sure. A lot of us grew up with family drama, and we kind of like dealing with that now, especially in 2024. A lot of us face fears. We have all kinds of fears in our lives. And Malaysia's mom right now is currently fighting cancer, I think. And so everybody has a fear of everything, something sort of in life. And then Crystal with her pain, everybody has to deal with pain in some shape or form, and be able to overcome it. So I think those are all great things to want to let go of and strive to do better in their lives with. So Malaysia shows up, and yeah, Malaysia shows up pretty much late. Crystal shows up pretty much late. And I was just like, okay. And then we cut to a scene. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm recalling in my brain, but then I also wrote my notes. But then I felt like this episode was kind of like of a filler. And it wasn't a lot going on in the episode. I was just a little bit just like kind of like watching and just listening to this episode. But then we cut to the part after everybody finally shows up. Everybody releases their balloons, and discusses what is what. They get on the bus. Like it's like a party bus. They get on the bus, and these old bees are rapping. And I was just like, y'all sound crazy on this bus rapping. Tamika, because Tamika's always singing and she feels like she's a singer and a rapper in her head, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, don't quit your day job, girl. Don't quit your day job. It is what it is. So they arrive at the dance studio because that was the next stop on their divorce tour. And this was Princess's idea, because a lot of them feel like they can't dance, but they want to dance, but they want to be able to move their bodies and stuff like that. They want to get in tune with motion. So they say. Nobody could dance. None of those girls could dance, especially Princess. I was just like, girl, what are you hearing in your head? What kind of music are you hearing in your head? What kind of beat are you hearing in your head? Because she was so offbeat, it was crazy. I don't know. Drop down and let me know if y'all heard that, child. And then we get Andrea, R. Kelly's ex-wife. And I was just like, why? Why do we see her on this show? Why do we see her on this show? Child, I don't know. So they do a little something. And then we cut into a church session where she starts preaching and stuff like that. But I had to fast forward because I was just like, girl, you having this whole preaching session with these girls and all of the situation, all the stuff that happened with that R. Kelly situation and those young girls and way back in the day, and you were privy to it and you were present for it. What? Why are we even seeing this with you of all people? Like, I'm not interested in seeing that with that kind of session with her as an individual. She claims she didn't know all of this stuff was going on. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't believe you. You need more people. But that's just my opinion of it. It's just my opinion of it. I was kind of a little bit disturbed about seeing this session with her. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all felt the same, or if it was just me. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to see something like this coming from her, especially because of her background and the situation. It's just so messy and it's just so weird. And I feel like every show I see her on, I feel like she just want to be seen. And I'm just like, nobody wants to see you. You're a great dancer. You have a great body for your age. Just stay in the background somewhere and let us get the credit just by name, child. Nobody wants to see you. In the dance session after the little church sermon, Goche and Crystal pretty much have a breakdown. And Goche be saying stuff, and I just be like, this lady is literally like a Debbie Downer. I don't even understand her train of thought. Like, she's just so aggravating to me. Like, her whole persona is so aggravating to me because she's just so pessimistic a lot of the times. So I think I'm just over her as a person. I don't know. Goche and Malaysia have a candid moment, where they talk about stuff. And I was just like, this don't seem real. It doesn't seem like Malaysia was really crying. It seemed like she was trying to muster up some tears. I don't know. Like, again, I always say, I don't know if it was editing or what, but it just didn't feel like it was real. Like this session was real to me. It felt like they just did something for the cameras. Cause I get that goche was angry. Cause she's always angry. She's literally like a little angry bird. But that's talk that Malaysia had and how she got on her knees and prayed and her, and it just didn't seem real to me. It just didn't seem real to me. I don't know why. And then the laughing at the end really solidified the fact that it didn't seem real to me. But it's whatever. So then they arrived at the smash/break room, so that they could let out some aggression. And I thought that was amazing. I really wanted to go and do a smash room too, because I've never done it before, but I really wanted to plan one maybe over the summer and just go do it just to see how it feels, because sometimes you need that to let out that aggression. Sometimes you need to be able to just scream sometimes, and it'll make you feel better. It'll help you feel better. I've seen it done. It's therapeutic, I heard. So I wanted to go to a session. So I think this was great. I think a lot of them have a lot of chips on their shoulders that they need to let go of. Especially goche. I feel like she should have just been in the room by herself and just smashed everything, and maybe she would have a different outlook. But child, I don't know. But at the sorry, I had to pause because at the smash room, everybody's smashing things, and Tamika starts sweeping. She pulls out a broom and starts sweeping, and I'm just like, you old child. You old. You old. Because you're trying to clean up a smash room. Okay, girl. Okay. So then they get back on the bus and they playing Truth or Dare, and Princess starts twerking. And I was just like, because, they seen how her body is in the dance classroom. And, she has a really nice body for her age. And this girl starts twerking. But I was just like, why are we watching these old women over 45 twerk? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And I promise you, the amount of times that goche discussed women and she want to see this and do, okay, girl, we get it that you're a lesbian. Stop trying to recruit everybody, and you are married lesbian. So why are you saying this stuff and you're mad? You have like a wife. Like, why are you saying all of this stuff? Oh, I want to see some ass shaking and da da da. Like, girl, we all want to see that. I want to see it too, and I'm not married, but have some coof about yourself. Like, have some coof to yourself. I just feel like she just, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm not here for her. I'm not here for her. At this juncture in episode 6, I'm not here for her. I haven't been here for her, and I don't think I'm ever see it for her. So I think that's what my issue is. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it's really hard because she every episode says some weird ass disturbing shit. I'll say it that. So goche announces that she's having a drag brunch. Tickets are $100, and T.S. Madison is going to be there. I think that's amazing. She wants to bring awareness to gay rights. And then Tamika makes a comment that about the fact that if we don't know gay rights, what else do we need to know? And I'm just like, that was I don't think you should have said that. I think that some things Tamika says, like this episode, I will say, I got her attitude. I didn't like her comments this episode, but it took me 6 episodes to get here because I really didn't see anything wrong with anything else. But then I started to think. Now, I'm going to reiterate what I said last episode. I don't think she's homophobic. I just don't think that that's the lifestyle for her, and it is what it is. It's okay. Because even the lady who she was talking to at the doctor, which we'll talk to later, she's a lesbian. That's why I told y'all from last episode, I guarantee y'all that she had gay and lesbian friends, and I knew that I don't think she's 100% homophobic. I think that because of the time and the era that she grew up in, she's a little closed-minded. She's trying to open up, but she's a little closed-minded, but you could tell she's not 100% closed-minded because of the things that she said on the bus, and we'll talk about it. But I really felt this episode her attitude, her set in her wayness. If y'all understand what I'm saying, how the fact that because of her age, she's set in her ways. She doesn't want to be as open minded. She's a little closed minded, and I'll explain it to y'all down the road. But I did see it in this episode, so okay, it just took me a while to get here. It's because I wasn't seeing it before, and I told y'all could have been editing, whatever. So they start having a gay and lesbian conversation on a bus. They ask Tamika a couple of questions, whether if her kid was, this is where I said she's a little not completely closed-minded, she's open-minded, whatever. So they asked her whether or not if one of her children said that they were, part of the LGBT community, what would she do? And she was like, no, I would embrace them. They're my kids. I would never disown them, blah, 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 blah. And she said all the things that she's supposed to say as a mother, in order to protect her children, which I appreciate. That just shows you that she's not completely closed-minded, because anybody else would have been like, no, it's against blah, 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 blah. No, we're not going to do that. So that's how I know she's not completely closed-minded. She just, whatever. And I felt like they tried to make her feel guilty about not showing up. She could support. She said she was going to support. She said she was going to send people. She said she would even pay for the ticket. She didn't want $100 was too steep, but she would donate something. But she just didn't want to go because she felt like she didn't need to know more information. And it's okay. It's okay. She doesn't have to go, but she did show her support by saying she would invite people, she would donate, blah, 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 blah. Maybe she needs to be a little bit more educated, like her friend said, and we'll cut to that, because I agree with her friend 100%, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But I just feel like she wasn't closed-minded. Drop down in the comments if y'all felt like she was being a little bit closed-minded. I know she was being stubborn, and I know she was just being matter-of-fact again, but I don't think that she was closed-minded. So just drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all felt that she was being closed-minded and ignorant about the LGBT community issues, or even just the discussion. So they get to the last stop, which is the King of Diamonds, which is Dr. Princess's, her husband is the owner, technically the owner of the King of Diamonds. They got to the VIP area. It's so funny. That VIP area situation was a kiki, and it was really a shot at Crystal. But I'm just like, Jesus, y'all too old to be going this back and forth. This is foolishness. So they show up. They show up at the King of Diamonds. They get into the VIP area. All of them is just ready to get to the food because, apparently the food at the strip clubs are really good. It all depends. Some of the food at the strip clubs is a hit and miss, and I've been to a few, and I've eaten at a few, and some of them are hit and miss. It all depends on which city you in or whatever, but some of the food is not that great, but then some of the food is amazing. So I don't know what they be doing, like how they be scouting these cooks at these strip clubs, but child, they need to introduce them to a couple of restaurants because some of the food be amazing. And you just be like, oh, wow, I really got this out of a strip club. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And them girls, Crystal danced with the girls, but I was just like, yeah, I wasn't really doing anything amazing. Them girls was way too thick. I was just like, ugh. I wanted to really see something. I thought we was going to get a little show, and they don't have to get like undressed completely, but I just wanted to see some really good dancing and shaking, blah blah blah, whatever. And that stuff that Crystal was doing, I was just like, girl, you could have just stayed in your seat for that. We didn't want to see that at all. So Tamika and Malaysia have a little discussion, a little side conversation about her attending Goche's event, and I feel like they was trying to force her to go. And if she didn't want to go, she didn't want to go. But she never said she wasn't going to participate. She just said she didn't want to go. And that's okay too. But she did say she was going to contribute something as far as like donation. And she said she was going to invite people. That should be enough. She necessarily don't have to go herself, like physically herself go. I didn't see what the big deal was. So then, I feel like because of the conversation that they was having, she was a little bit closed-minded, but I still don't think she's homophobic. She was still a little bit open-minded too. She just, I just felt like she needed to change. Tamika, I just felt like she needed to change. The reason why I say she's not homophobic is because, one, she says she would support her child, and two, she says she want to invite people. Like I said, I've been saying, she said those things, so I know that she's open to the option. But when she gets to her doctor's office, where she, her and her friend, they go to some clinic, and she's getting a gel treatment on her face, some type of micro needling on her face, and it helps build collagen. And you know, collagen is the elasticity in your skin, and it keeps you looking young, and it doesn't give you those wrinkles and stuff. But I think that conversation was an amazing conversation. Her friend was literally, you could tell like they friends, because she was literally telling her like, girl, you need to really go to this event, because you do need a little bit more education about the LGBT community. And you need to be a little bit more open-minded. I love that 100%. 100%. And then for her to say, oh, she's old and she's set in her ways, and she was like, no, but you can still change a little bit. I like the fact that she could tell her that. And then the fact that she's like, I'm married to a woman too, or I'm dating a woman, blah, 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 whatever. That's how you know she's not really homophobic, because her friends, a lot of her friends are gay, and I told y'all that. Yeah, so I like all the things that the friend was saying, and then I like the fact that the friend was able to see both sides. You know, she could see her side because that's her friend, and then she could see her side because that's the life that she's living, and she knows, you know, the things that Tamika was saying was a little bit, you know. So she told Tamika she lacks sensitivity, which a lot of people has been saying that. A lot of people have been saying it, and I actually seen that in this episode. She lacks sensitivity. I actually seen it in this episode only because they was having a different conversation. As far as like her not aggression, but her outwardness or forwardness towards them and their conversations and discussions and stuff, I don't think she lacks sensitivity. I just feel like she's just blunt, and I don't feel like I'm gonna change my tune. I just feel like she's blunt. Some of the things that she says she shouldn't say. But it's okay, because we all, you know, some of them things you need to keep in your head. It is what it is. And she told her that she should have been more she should be more open, which I agree. Regardless of her age, I feel like she should be a little bit more open, because you do have a community of friends who are LGBTQ, and you should be open or receptive to their plights, you know, and things that they have going on as well. So it's okay. But then, you know, it goes off with them having that conversation, finishing up that conversation. And this was a really short review because I was more so watching than doing anything else. And then, yes, I did hear that the show is being canceled. It's not going to be renewed for another season. And I don't think it should be, because I don't think that this show brings anything different than any other show that we've seen. With the same caliber, with the same ladies, I feel like this show offers less than some other shows. But it is what it is. And then I don't feel like Carlos did a great vetting process, because you could clearly tell that these ladies don't really like each other. So yeah, I mean, it's okay for now. For some, just to give something to do. Yeah, so y'all drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all think. Let me know if y'all really care enough about this show to want to have it on for another season. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to visit my Patreon. I'm still in the process of getting that set up. I'm going to put the link above, Jess_Des_TV, same as my YouTube. And then stop by, because I'm going to start posting videos over there as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.